afternoon. Thank you guys for coming and joining us here. As Deb mentioned, my name is Kathy McKenzie. I am the General Manager of Regional Engines and Services for Aviation, and I'm happy to be here to give this presentation, 6 days on the job. I'm looking forward to the Q&A. That was a joke. But really, when we get to the Q&A, if you have any questions, I'll do my best. Bob and Deb will help me out. You can take notes, or you can ask me again in 6 months, and I'm sure I'll know the answer. So let me just start with aviation has been committed to the regional market space for over 20 years. When we launched in 1992 with Lufthansa CityLine on the 3A1 and the CRJ100, since then the market has absolutely exploded. More than 50% of passenger flights are on regional jet, and I'm proud to say that 70% of those flights are powered by a CF34 engine. Every day there's about 300,000 passengers that rely on the CF34 engine to make their connecting flight or reach their final destination. And that's an incredible responsibility that we take seriously and that we're committed to supporting for decades to come. Not only are we continuing to look at ways that we can reintroduce new ways to support our customers, but we continue to invest in new technologies as well. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So, for over 22 years, the CF34 has been in service. We've accumulated over 100 million hours of flight hours. We've got over 150 customers. We have a global customer and product support team that's mission in life is to support and ensure every flight gets off on time and reliable. We've got a global customer base. Over 70 countries operate the CF34 fleet, and we're looking forward to the continued growth. Last year we had over 470 orders. This is primarily in the North American market and the 76 passenger market. It's incredible that at this point in the program, we're continuing to accumulate record levels of orders. And the operators are choosing to make the upscale in their fleets today on the current generation of aircraft with the CF34 engines that have proven they're reliable and have a support team in place to keep the fleets operating. The installed base is continuing to grow. Like I mentioned, we have record CF34-8 productions coming in over the next few years. Our installed base will continue to grow for years to come. We're looking forward to meeting this production challenge with our airframers and our customers. We work every day with our supply chain to ensure that we make on-time delivery and on-time performance for our customers. So the fleet in service, the CF34-10, we originally thought the time on wing for the 10E would be about 15,000 hours. Now on average, it's achieving 18,000 hours time on wing. Admittedly, we've had some early short time removals, and as we tackle those problems, we've now addressed every early removal cause that have been identified on the 10E program. Every solution, every issue is formed. We have a solution for every issue, and it's either implementable on the line or through a quick turn shop visit or at a regularly scheduled shop visit. We've made our commitments to our customers to alleviate the low time removals, and we've delivered on those commitments. The CF34-8, what we're working on now for our customers are some commercial solutions relative to the LOP. I'm going to talk about the LCO, which stands for Life Cycle Optimization, in just another minute. But in addition to the LCO program, we also are looking at the LOP realignment of the LOP stacks. So many years ago, when we upgraded the HC1s to the HC5B1s, we replaced the core LOP. Those engines are now coming in for a shop visit due to a life limit on the fan and the LPT. When these engines come in for a shop visit, what we have developed is a commercial solution for the customers to restack their LOP, so the engine can then, rather than having another shop visit 9,000 cycles, make another 20,000 cycle run. We're offering these with various financing programs help customers with the immediate financial burden. The LCO program, this is a life cycle optimization. This is a program we offer on the CF34-8. Essentially what it is rather than a customer needing to purchase 2 full stacks of LLP in a 40,000 cycle life, what you do is at midlife you replace the LLP with one of the engines, and then when the second engine reaches its limiter, you install the used LLP that you took off the first engine. What this does is it provides over $1 million of MPV life savings for the customer as they manage their LLP stack through the life cycle. Another program that we've used on the CF34-3, which has been available for years and continues to be incorporated into our North American customers, is what we call a shop visit optimization. This is for the CF34-3, and again, it's an attempt to align the LLP lives so that at an 18,000 case shop visit, you realign the LLP, and then the engine is a clean run to 36,000 cycles. What this does is it avoids multiple shop visits for each life unit part in the engine. You may have heard the industrial internet or big data. I wanted to talk a little bit about how we're applying this in the regional space. We've had great success in our GE90 fleet predicting corrosion on shrouds on some of our 777 aircraft. And what we've done is we've collected full fleet data from our airline customers. Traditionally in our diagnostics, we capture targeted points, generally right after takeoff, and we trend EGT, we trend oil consumption, we trend vibration. Now what we can do with the full flight data is we can actually predict and correlate engine events to aircraft parameters that we've never collected before. So rather than snapshots in time of a particular limited number of engine parameters, we now have a full flight of data for 1,000 different parameters. What we can do is run tools and analytics on all of this data and make a correlation between what seems like a random UBR event, and we can correlate it to actual flight parameters. So we're applying these tools and this toolkit to the 10E to try to predict some of the oil consumption issues that we're having, and also on the 80 for the stage 2 turbo blades. And so what we're trying to change here is what does appear to be a random event to make it into a predictable event so that we can then help our customers manage the issues. We're early in this still. We have 5 regional customers who have agreed to give us their data. We just received it and we're in the process now of analyzing that and trying to help forecast and predict some of these unscheduled events. In 2013, we launched True Engine in the True Engine LLP program for the CF34 fleet. The True Engine program is a designation that we apply to engines that have been maintained to an OEM configuration and OEM maintenance practices. What a True Engine designation does is secures your residual value of the engine. It tells the marketplace that your engine has an OEM maintenance practices, and we've had studies from IBA, one of the asset evaluators, who have studied CFM, CF6 engines and have concluded that an OEM maintained engine can command 2x the value in the market over a non-OEM maintained engine. So what we've done is we've developed the True Engine branding to help customers designate their engines as a True Engine and to tell the world they've been maintained with the OEM recommendations. Carrying on from the True Engine program, we've also launched the True Engine LLP program. So the True Engine LLP program takes the same concept and applies it at the part level. And what we do there is we go back and we research shop visit records for the LLP and the engines. And what we do is confirm that the LLP is always operated in an OEM configuration. What this does is then it gives us confidence that the life limits established for the LLP are consistent with the way we've analyzed them. We have fairly large used material businesses, GE Aviation Material, and GE Aviation Material will only sell true engine LLP. And lastly, with the True Engine program, Standard Aero is a CF34 True Engine MRO. And so Standard Aero is a world-class shop and advocates an OEM work scope and OEM maintenance practices and carries the brand of the True Engine. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the tradition of GE investing in technology. We have a record of the first jet engine, the first turboprop engine in the U.S., the first 120,000-pound thrust engine, and this leading in technology investment continues even into the regional market. The Passport 20 program, which will power the Bombardier Global 7000, 8000, is our integrated propulsion system. This engine went to first engine to test last June. It passed altitude testing, it passed IC testing. The engine is performing better than expected. This is just an example of how, for our development programs, we meet our commitments, we meet our schedules, and we meet our guarantees. Lastly, I wanted to talk just a little bit about the turboprop market as well. We are turning our sights onto the turboprop industry, the turboprop market. We have an engine called the GE38, which is under development for the Marine Corps for a heavy lifting operation. The engine, by the end of 2014, will have accumulated 4,000 hours. And the engine's designed for durability, reliability, low cycle cost, or low life cycle cost. And we think it'll be a solid foundation for commercial application. And we're terming this CPX turboprop. In addition, we're working on a suite of other technologies with Dowdy, working on some advanced prop technologies, getting a better tip speed, working on icing and a low noise profile. We have the GRC working on advanced gearboxes, working on heat dissipation and gear efficiencies. So as we continue to develop this technology, what we're doing is preparing ourselves for when there is an opportunity to launch a turboprop application. We're going to be ready with the latest technologies available in the power plant. So in summary, aviation has been committed to this space, and we continue to be committed to this space. We're going on 22 plus years. We've got record backlog, record production on the Dash 8. The fleet will be around for decades. We support about 750 shop visits every year with a sophisticated MRO network. And we're continuing to develop commercial solutions for our customers and invest in the future. Thank you.
At this time,